The following is a live presentation of CBC Sports.
Everything is so complete when you're walking out on the street and the wind it catches your feet and sets you flying, crying. It's cold.
Wild nights come calling often in the city that boasts the Empire State Building. That's one of the signatures of the city. They hope to add another fixture here tonight. Of all the definitions at the core of the Big Apple, activity has to be number one, and Manhattan's ready for action. So too are the players. The Vancouver Canucks rolled into Madison Square Garden at 5:37 this evening. That was the scene as the Canucks get ready for their chance to save off elimination. The New York Rangers, for their part, are very anxious. Sawdust was flying off hockey sticks at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The Rangers were at the rink early in anticipation of Game 5. Welcome to Molson Hockey Night in Canada and the Stanley Cup Final. I'm Ron McLean on 33rd Street. The Garden's located between 31st and 33rd off 7th Avenue. New York's finest will cordon this area off tonight because you might get rowdy if the Rangers win. Is that the story?
A little bit.
Yeah, there is a chance of that happening. The city that never sleeps is ready for an awakening, and it has to do with hockey. 10 times the Rangers have been to the Stanley Cup Final, but have never been in a position to clinch here in New York. The 3 times they won in their halcyon years from 26 to 40, they always did it on the road because the circus was in town and they were kicked out. In fact, they were so happy with the money they made from the circus, the Friday night fights and hockey, they paid off the old Garden in 40, and General Kilpatrick, the owner of the team, burned the mortgage for the rink in the bowl of the Stanley Cup, and that was thought to be sacrilege, and that's supposed to be the reason. It's a 54-year jinx the Rangers try to end tonight. Here's the Unitel truck. That's the Mobile, the hub for Hockey Night in Canada's telecast tonight, and this is Madison Square Garden, New York. The stage is set. It's a 200 by 85-foot sheet of ice, and we're going to give the floor to 18,200 fans and 40 of the NHL's best players. Enjoy the show. Ron McLean and Don Cherry in the studio. Don, your thoughts on Pat Quinn's approach for the Canucks to get back?
Yeah, and the tickets are going for $5,000 apiece. Pat, what he said to them, listen, we've got nothing to lose. They've already got the cup. It's already won. Go out there loose. Listen, we can squeak this one out. We're all right. We go back. They're not beating us 3 times in a row. We come back here for the 7th game, and as they say, nothing could happen. They haven't given up. You'll see a great game tonight.
New York Rangers have so much experience. Well, they're going to get that chance to show it. Bob Cole, Dick Irvin, and Harry Neal are at the ready, but obviously we're set to honor our neighboring nations in anticipation of Game 5 of the final.
With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. We stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say can you see? His blood shines and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched, so gallantly shooting, and the rockets' red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the
Game 5. New York City is ready for a Stanley Cup right here tonight. Only the Vancouver Canucks stand in the way, and they vow they're not out of it yet. Good evening, everybody. Bob Cole in the booth, along with me, Harry Neal, and Dick Irvin, and here are the goaltenders. Kirk McLean. Vancouver needs another Game 1 performance from McLean. That's a tall order, but from where the Rangers are sitting, it's just about a must. All the Rangers ask of Mike Richter is keep us close. We'll do the rest. He knows what's in front of him tonight. We'll be throwing everything at the Vancouver Canucks.
Andy Van Hellemond
tonight is Andy Van Hellemond, and he has refereed more games in the Stanley Cup final than any other active official. Randy Mitten and Ray Scampanello are the two linesmen.
been a mistake on the lineup, Bob, and he's gone to both benches. One of the two teams either put the wrong starter out or had a wrong guy in the lineup. but they found it before the whistle, so you have the right to call the referee over, show him the mistake, he corrects his sheet, and then he goes to the other team.
McIntyre and Koski and Hunter will start up front for Vancouver. Brown and Hedican, the defenseman. Adam Graves, Mark Messier, and Glenn Anderson up front for New York. Brian Leach and Bukaboom are the defensemen. We are underway. This crowd has been noisy right from the beginning when the teams skated out in the pregame warm-up.
Harry, you asked me if the emotion in this building for Game 7 of the Devils and the Rangers was anything like this. I was amazed that night, and I was a little more amazed tonight.
Well, it's an intimidating place tonight if you're dressed in black. Keenan's already upset with the icing call. They have the most experienced referee to handle the game here tonight, Andy Van Hellemond. Quinn is going with his checkers against Messier early in the game.
Brian Leach, the standout defenseman for the Rangers, starting the clearing play, and it didn't work, so he'll go back and try it again. Leach back of the net, nearly lost it, but he hangs on to it and gets it out. Up to center is Messier, and he gets the Vancouver line. The first shot was a close one. Bukaboom keeping the puck in for New York. Here's the pass right in front of the net. A high shot by Anderson missed the goal. Penalty right off the bat against Vancouver. Graves was dumped. Richter is out of the net. They get the extra man on and bring the puck in. Now the play is called, and the first penalty comes at 49 seconds into the first period.
An elbowing call on Tim Hunter, I believe. He really flattened Adam Graves, and before the first minute is over, the New York Rangers have a chance to do something on the power play, which has not been very effective until the last game when they scored twice in 5 opportunities. Here it is right here. Graves going in for the check, and you can see Hunter saw him coming and got his arm up right in his face. Andy Van Hellemond quite often calls a couple of quick ones to remind the teams he's in charge. We've seen much worse than that let go, and we probably will before tonight's over.
So the Rangers with the extra man, and they get the face-off. It comes back to Brian Leach. Messier remains on with Graves. And Larmer's the other forward now. Messier takes it near the boards, into Larmer, back to Messier. Back to the line, and the shot, not a good one, off the heel of a stick of Zubov. And it comes onto the line and cleared to center ice by Vancouver. Bure rolled it down inside the Ranger line. Leach coming up again. Zubov through center with Larmer on the right side. He's going in. But the pass goes right in front of the net. Rangers after it. Messier banked it off the boards for Leach on the other side. Zubov back into Messier. Took the pass and behind him. Messier along the boards tried to hit Leach, but it skipped away from him. And down the ice, Richter coming out. Bure is up there quickly, so Zubov goes the other way, and Linden went in to steal it. Linden hangs on to it into the center ice area with 55 seconds left in the penalty. Vancouver on the attack here. The pass in front by Babbage. Ends up back to the Ranger goal. New York unable to get going now. Here's Linden stealing it again, back to the line, and the shot block, rebound. They jump away at it, and Richter down, hangs on to it. Bob Linden doing great work, killing this penalty.
Close call, Harry. I think that the Vancouver Canucks, more than at any time in their hockey lives, are in a game where they really could use a quick goal.
Absolutely, and if you can ever combine that quick goal as a short-handed goal, you could do the most for your fragile confidence. Here's the net cam showing us how close they came to scoring with 35 seconds left in Hunter's penalty. The puck in between the legs of Richter. Pat Quinn did not make any lineup change tonight. That surprised me. They've lost 3 in a row, but he's loyal to the guys who got him here. Not all coaches think that way.
Kevin Lowe in his own zone, deep. Forced to go behind the net with 25 seconds left in the penalty to Vancouver. Lowe trying to get the Rangers going here. Feeds it up on the left side for Lidster, who shoots it out. That going after it and got by him. Stopped by Lowe near the blue line. He shot it into the corner. Canucks doing a great job on this first penalty of the game. And it'll be over in 4 seconds. No score. Kovalev dumping one in. Penalty has been served. Vancouver at full strength, and now they get a chance to move it up to the Ranger zone. From center ice, Diddick shot it in. Ricker again out of the net. He missed it back there. Fortunately, Nemchinov was back. Here's Ronning turning, and he put it right on the net. Ricker hangs onto it. He was going to drop it. Nice, he changed his mind. Finally held it. And Andy Van Hellemond will have a chat with the goaltender.
Richter makes a small mistake behind the net. It gives Ronning a chance, but no damage done.
And no score in this first period. 3.5 minutes into it. Rangers start out again. Long pass. Doesn't work near center ice. And Diddick put it up there. Jelena given a light bump at center and couldn't move it over the line. Ronning takes it, slaps it in. Messel gets back on side, but a little late. And the play is offside at the Ranger line.
Well, Dick, I think you'll agree. We've talked a lot about Cliff Ronning. He's been the Vancouver Canucks' best skater. I thought in this final round he leads the team in scoring with 4 points, 3 of them assists. He leads the team in plus with a nice +2. And he has been dangerous on many of his shifts. Little but dynamic Cliff Ronning.
The Messier line on again. Kovalev, those on the right side now, not Anderson. Graves on the left wing. The Canucks have Bure on there, and he missed that pass. Craven turning at center ice, grabbed it, skipped by it, all the way down the ice. Leach will be back to touch it, and that's icing against Vancouver.
Well, Mark Messier is not leading his team offensively in points, but spiritually, you know he is. I remember the days when you used to win the face-off from Messier and you had 2 broken wrists. It's not quite as visible, but he's still pretty good at the draw. He gave you that look, boy, and you weren't sure you wanted to win.
The prize for the best sign in Vancouver went to the one, how do you cut your hair, Messier, with a lawn boy.
Face-off won by Messier. High shot, gloved by McLean. He hangs onto it this time. Another face-off in the Vancouver zone.
One thing about Messier, he has got a quick stick, but it's his great strength. And quite often, you can't move his stick, and that's what happened right there. You saw Craven try and move his stick, like moving a telephone post. See if he tries that same trick. He's got more than one of them.
Linden comes out to square off with him this time. And Linden wins the draw smartly. Back to Loubet. Running back of his own net. Rangers are in deep forechecking though. He got away from Graves. Pass to Lafayette from center and his shot blocked at the Ranger blue line. Glenn shoots it in there. Again, Rickard steps in behind the net. Once more he missed it. The Canucks couldn't pick it up and the Rangers get it out. Messier nearly broke away. Lafayette caught him. Kovalev. Stick handling inside his own blue line. Leach takes the puck. Now the Rangers cannot get out. Buchabon lost it. Good forechecking by Lafayette. Rangers finally to Messier up through center. Here's Graves coming in. Graves given a ride though. Couldn't get a shot. Here's Messier. He rolled it through the crease. Cardinal coming back out for Vancouver. Over center with a long shot. Ricker looked a bit shaky with that one. Came off his stick. Now he's out of the net and got caught there for a moment. The Canucks are pressing here looking for the first goal. Zubov. He's jammed out of the play. Craven takes it in the corner. This is pretty good work by the Vancouver Canucks. Finally the Rangers pick it up and get out. No score in this first period. The shot by Tikkanen was blocked. Lowe missed it going the other way. Bure had to pull back from a hit that was coming. And Brown comes deep in his own zone for Bure. He couldn't handle it cleanly. In back of the net, Tikkanen. McLean was good handling the puck. Got it away to the corner, quickly away from Tikkanen. Craven just missed the pass. Richter out of the net again and leaving it for Lowe. And here's Kevin Lowe. Made a good move to start Tikkanen away. Tikkanen coming up to the Vancouver line. Turning back. And the play is called. We played 5:53 in the first period. Scoreless.
Nathan Lafayette throwing a check on Zubov, and you're going to see he hits his helmet with his face. Cuts himself over the right eye.
You know, they're dredging up a lot of history here in New York right now. And Harry, I don't think there was ever an individual moment in hockey history that could match one that happened in New York City. And Billy Mosieko, the Chicago Blackhawks, scored 3 goals in 21 seconds at the old Madison Square Garden down on 8th Avenue. Billy's in hospital in Winnipeg right now, the Princess Elizabeth Hospital. He's looking in. And we just send them best wishes from all of us here on Hockey Night in Canada. We'll remember you here in New York for that one, Bill, I can tell you that.
Rangers have had only one shot on goal so far. They're in again looking for another. McLean had a bit of difficulty with that one, but he kicked it away in time. Here's Bure out there for Vancouver. The pass. And it went by Diddick like a bullet. The net is off the moorings, in behind. Mike Richter.
Well, the Rangers had a pretty good scoring opportunity, their first real good one of the night, and McLean turned them down, and on the ensuing rush, Adam Graves fell off the man he was checking and slid right into the goal behind his goalie Richter. Kovalev cuts around Bure, gets a bit of a bad angle shot, but it looked like it was labeled.
Harry, 6 minutes and 15 seconds gone in this hockey game that the New York media said was just a formality. Let's start the parade now.
This is exactly what Vancouver needs. Many a team have been buried in the first 15 minutes at Madison Square Garden. I think the Rangers are a little nervous, and that's the one advantage Vancouver has. Cherry mentioned the opening. They can just sit back and go for it.
Rangers shoot it in. McLean. He saw Larmer coming in quickly, so he had to move in a hurry. But Tikkanen was waiting for it. Tikkanen on the boards, lost it in that little battle with Ronnie. Rangers get it back again. Matteau turning back. He backhands his shot across in front of McLean. Comes back to the blue line, and Larmer could not keep it in. It came out over the line. That's offside.
One of the major differences in these two teams with a 3-1 lead in favor of the Rangers is the offense the Rangers are getting from their defense corps. 16 points, 9 of them by Leach. Vancouver's defense corps that was so good against Toronto have 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points combined. It's obvious. Leach is the man. Get on him in your own end, and that winger, forget everything else. Neutralize number 2.
This is Lidster, number 6 for New York. He can't get too far with it. Again, he gets a chance to move it. Gives it to Wells. Wells was harassed quickly as the Canucks keep coming at him. It's dumped into the left of Richter. Wells won't take it behind the net. He takes a bump as he waited too long. Fired in from the blue line by Brown. Comes around the boards, finally Wells, and he just chopped it out. That toe was bumped. Got rid of it, though. Rangers bring it in. The shot deflected high over the glass.
Steve Larmer and the Rangers lead the series 3-1. How did everybody get here? The Canucks won the first game. Kirk McLean, 3rd highest save total in Stanley Cup history, 52 of them. And an overtime win. The Rangers then win the next 3. Controversy in Game 3. Pavel Bure thrown out. The Canuck fans thought that Mark Messier should have been thrown out. Reporting Sergio Momesso in Game 4. As Harry had just mentioned, Brian Leach, an absolute tower of power on the blue line. He used the old cliche. And we're still looking for an awesome power play from one team or the other. The Rangers couldn't care less with the 3-1 lead.
There is no score in this first period. Coming up to the 8-minute mark, and Leach trying to do it here for the shot right on. McLean down, scrambles back to his feet. Leach deadly from that angle. The hard shot right on the net. He's so quick to get in there and find a hole and get room to shoot. Rangers apply some pressure now. Ranger player dumped Just in front of the goal, the crowd wanted a penalty. It's back to the blue line where Leach waits. Stepping away from his check. Threw it up along the boards, and the Canucks get it out across center. Portnoy can't reach it. Linden is moving up. Linden shoots. Good save by Ricker. He did the splits. That was a fine shot by Linden low to the far side. Linden takes it at center. Bumped by McTavish and lost it. Did it turning back over center, and he drilled one in wide of the Ranger net. Messier picking it up off the boards. Got it up to Kovalev. Kovalev through center ice and rolled it in over the line, and Babbage is there. Kovalev couldn't knock it down. Coming back is Zubov. He shot it to center. Adam Graves moves over center and lifts one into the left of McLean. Adams was back to pick it up. Kovalev went after him. Here's Babbage. Babbage's pass up to Burry. Couldn't knock it down. It was a high pass. Lowe shoots it the other way. And Babbage turned away from his check and comes up to center. The pass through to Adams. Adams got it up over the Ranger line. It was cleared by New York. 9:10 gone in the opening period. No score. Here come the Canucks again. They're having a good first period. Far corner is Burry. Nobody at the point. Glenn had gone in deep. By the time he got back, the pass was by him. Now Glenn shoots it in. Was deft as he tried that. Anderson ran into him near the Ranger blue line. 10:28 remaining in the first period. No score yet.
Well, goals for, of course, the big problem for the Canucks. They've scored 7 in this series. You can see how many they've scored in a little bit longer in the playoffs. Here's their best chance of the night. A 37-footer by Linden forces Richter to get out that right leg and make a nice stop on a hard shot.
And the face-off is deep in the Ranger zone to the left of the net. No score, first period. Larmer takes it off the boards. He saw the hit coming and quickly shoveled it down the ice. Canucks are turning back, though. Rangers look a little uptight in the early going in this one. Give credit to Vancouver. They are keeping them honest and coming right after him. 4 Canucks are in on the puck now. Lamesso around the net, trying to get out front. He can't do it. He left it back there, and Wells took it. Wells shot it ahead, and Matto to center. In with Tikkanen, shoots. Score! 1-0 New York. Wait a minute. I think they might have called it on the outside.
Yes, they did. That will be no goal, and Lamesso took a huge run at Leach right after the whistle was blown. So we're going to have no goal, and we're going to have some penalties.
And the crowd hasn't figured it out yet. Wait till they hear the news.
Well, it was called by Kevin Collins, the linesman. Or not Kevin Collins, sorry, the linesman right in front of the Vancouver bench. And he made the offside call just as the long shot beat McLean, and then all this resulted. I think Lamesso from the Vancouver end of it anyway was the first one involved in the physical stuff. We'll see how Andy Van Hellemond saw it.
Tell you what, it was a pretty good shot by Tikkanen as he hit the blue line. He let her fly and then whistled by McLean, but the whistle had gone and nobody heard it.
The right winger was offside on the rush. One step in, and Tikkanen walked over the line and blasted one. Pretty tough to hear the whistles in this noisy Madison Square Garden. Tikkanen had no time to hear it and stop his shot. I don't think the fact it was offside had anything to do with Tikkanen or McLean, but it's not going to count.
Tikkanen came through center and got the pass, and here's how the play developed with the Canucks forcing. Now listen to this if we can hear the whistle.
Well, there's always a delay between the offside and the whistle after the linesman sees it, so I don't think the argument now is about the goal. I think it's about the penalties that Van Hellemond's given up.
Next, they hit the Vancouver blue line, and Tikkanen surprised everybody, including Kirk McLean, as he ripped the shot from there. But the play was offside at the blue line. Then the skirmish, and Van Hellemond goes to work with the penalty timekeeper.
Well, that's a big break for the Canucks. You don't want to give that first goal up, especially one that's a 55-footer. But the linesman called it right away, and he's only looking at the puck and the men that go across the line.
They have not put one up on the scoreboard yet. Everybody in this place, I think, standing up.
You can see where the puck is. It's sitting on the face-off dot closest to the Vancouver bench in front of the blue line, and that's where they're going to drop it to resume play.
No big deal during the regular season or really, say, in the playoffs, but when you get down to 3 wins in a Stanley Cup final, everything is a big deal.
Well, that's a Tikkanen we all know, and we've seen him score on long shots.
Don Cherry alluded to some of the prices for this hockey game per ticket. An out-of-country corporate executive, I'm told, directed his secretary to find 4 tickets for tonight's game. Well, the secretary found them. 4 tickets, $16,000, $4 grand apiece.
That's on the expense account. Here's the offside. Look at the man on the right.
Oh boy, is that close.
Oh boy, is it ever.
That close? Are you kidding?
It's a very tough call. You can see the linesman when the guy goes across right in front of you and the puck goes across 20 or 30 feet further along the blue line. But he called it right away. Whether he was right or he was wrong, that's not what they're arguing about here. Momesso took quite a run at Leach after the play. The no goal occurred. I don't know what happened to cause that. It may have started down in the Ranger end as that rush started, but
well, as big as Momesso's run was at Leach, he was then clobbered by Bukaboom, who came in, and that's what brought everybody in, and that's what's brought about this long delay here as Van Hellemond figures things out at the penalty bench.
Well, there is no score in this first period. We'll be back.
When you think about...
There goes Jeff Bukaboom, and he is finished for the night. As Bob will bring you up to date on all the penalties, but Bukaboom has received an instigator penalty, plus the major for fighting and the automatic game misconduct.
And who said Keenan doesn't like his players?
The controversial Mike Keenan these days, making news that he would rather he didn't make it at this particular time. Is he staying or is he going once this playoff year is over in New York? Big story here in the Big Apple.
Keenan and Bowman end up in Detroit. They're going to have to double the number of ice cubes needed on the bench there. An outlandish rumor from the Ranger end of it at this point in the playoffs. Yeah. When you're close to the Stanley Cup, you don't need those distractions. If in fact it isn't true. Let's have another look at this offside, boy. This was a microscopic call. The far Ranger is the guilty one. Pretty close.
You got to have one skate on the line. That's all.
Well, he had the right leg was over the line, but you're right, the left skate may have still been on it when the puck went over. But the replay makes it an easy call.
Bukaboom got a minor for instigating, a major for fighting, and a game misconduct.
They're showing the replay on the screen now over center ice. That's the reaction here in New York. It's close, all right, Harry. In their opinion, not close. So now the Canucks get a power play.
Hunter drew 2 minutes for elbowing. The Messo slashing and fighting. Running fighting penalty. And Bukaboom is gone. Here come the Canucks. That shot didn't get through, and Adam Graves picks it up for New York and gets it out. He got in over the Vancouver line, but then was stopped, and Lume flipped it back to the net for Brown. Brown coming out. Canucks move up on the power play, and it's shot near the Ranger line and stopped by Leach. Leach and Littster are the two Ranger defensemen. The Canucks move it in. Linden can't get a play off the boards. He stopped there. Armour tucked it back for Littster, and he'll shoot it down the ice. There's a steal by Larmer. Gets in with a shot. And McLean juggled that one. Puck at the linesman at the far side and gave Larmer that opportunity. Lume coming across his own line to center and down is Brown. Back to the middle to Lume, and his shot deflected wide. Back of the goal again. There's Larmer, and he shoots it away. 35 seconds left on this power play. No score. First period. Canucks a chance right here to draw first blood. And they shoot it from center. Rickler watching that one come off the boards. Cardinal went in trying to stop it. Couldn't do it. Did. He fired one at the net. It's deflected by Craven up high. Rangers pick it up. Do not get it out. Pass comes in front and intercepted. Anderson shoots it away. And that will do it. 4 seconds left on the penalty. It is over. Wells is out of the penalty box. No score, first period. Nearing the 13-minute mark. And the Canucks shoot the puck in. Littster back to the goal. Laid it into the corner. Went by Leach. He didn't want to try to move it at all. Now he skates out with it. The right wing pass to Kovalev. He's over center. Kovalev and Graves go in. Graves going for the net. Can't pick it up. It's slapped in wide of the goal by Littster. And the Canucks shoot it out. 7:25 left in the first period. Rangers have one in. Tikkanen shot. It was offside. No goal. Here's Messier putting on the brakes. Into Graves. That's picked off in front of the net, and Brown got across center with it. Pass is chucked over the line. Kovalev is hit. And offside is called at the Ranger blue line.
Vancouver Canucks are gathering a little force, I think, Dick. Getting by the first 10 minutes, getting a break on the debatable offside, whether it was or it wasn't. We know sometimes those calls go either way. A good hit right here by Hunter on Kovalev as he turns up the ice. And I know the Vancouver coaching staff telling me this morning in practice, we have to get by the first period, although the first periods have been good to them. They haven't been able to do anything after the first period since game 1. Rick Lee led a snappy Canuck practice here at Madison Square Garden. 11 o'clock this morning. The Rangers practiced out at their practice rink in Rye, New York, about 40 miles out.
McTavish is going to try to win this face-off near the Ranger line. That's McIntyre for Vancouver. The Rangers control it. Wells, though, shot it down the ice. This is going to be icing against New York. 6:51 left in the opening period.
Area disgruntled media type trying to cover this series grumble that they waited for years to get the Stanley Cup final in New York, but when it got here, they moved it to Rye.
Over 1,000 media credentials were handed out for this particular series, more especially this game. 140 countries represented.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks certainly shouldn't be afraid to play a road game. They actually have a better record on the road than they do at home in these 94 playoffs.
Wells pulling in wide of the net. Littster takes over and comes out. Littster across center. McTavish on the puck. Gave it to Wells, but that's going to be offside. So the checking is getting very close now in this first period.
And the Tippers are getting a bit frayed again, and Van Hellemond has pointed into the middle of that muddle and has called a penalty on at least one player.
Not sure whether it's Jay Wells or Tim Hunter, but there's an original call.
Stand by for more.
Vancouver's got the New York team upset. They're standing up at the blue line. They've caused 2 or 3 offsides. They've delivered and landed more hits. And we've had hardly any of this.
McTavish just took a shot.
I think Wells got the first penalty here.
Hunter is also going. We'll be back.
Wells and Hunter get 2 minutes apiece for roughing. Here's how it started. This is after the whistle on the offside. And they wouldn't stop yapping or shoving. Not much damage. And Helleman got both of them in a hurry. I thought he got Wells only.
Wells and Hunter, roughing penalties, 13-20 of this first period. No score. And from the face-off, it comes back to the Ranger line. Zubov goes in back to the net. Was Trevor Lindemann forechecking. Diddick is moving up. The defenseman is in deep. Linden was hit behind the net by Zubov. Diddick stays in there and ties up Messier. Puck on the boards. Messier trying to get it loose. He poked at it a couple of times and it popped away. Up to center. Kovalev stopped right there. Cardinal went up as far as the line and took a hit from Messier. Kovalev takes it out the New York line. Backhands the puck up to center ice. And Zubov is coming in. He tried to get through the defenseman, headed him straight with him. Back to the net again. The Canucks start out. That long lead pass going a bit too far for Cardinal. He was wanting to get off anyways. They change with Leach coming out of the Rangers zone. He got up to center ice, lost control of it a little bit, and then just shot it in. Brown fired it to the far side. Hedican has to go around the net again. There's Teagan in for checking. He got by him all right. Down to Bure. Bure up over the line with a high shot blocked by Richter, but a big rebound. Richter down to stop that backhander. Here's another shot. That hit a leg in front of the net. Bounced in behind the goal, and here's Craven. Craven trying to get out, and he lost it to Leach. But Craven got back. Leach waiting for help. Brains in! And that one off McLean and over the net. Puck is out over the line. Leach made a great play, waiting for somebody to catch up, and found Graves. Now the Rangers go in there again. Tikkanen heading for the net. The pass doesn't come from Lidster. He waited too long. And Glynn took him in on the boards. Bure is back deep, and he has Graves all tied up. 4:35 left in the opening period, no score. Here's Lume coming in. And that one off Richter's glove and just missed. Lume dazzling everybody and skating right through there. Back for Messier and striding in. Messier gets set. Hooked off his stick in the last second by Diddick. Browning going over to help. Diddick foul. Scramble along the boards. And they pin it there. Now it comes loose, and Lowe stopped it at the blue line. Evchinov can't find it. Lowe does, shoots. Blocked by McLean. And the Vancouver goalie goes down. Gonna hang on to it. 3:54 remaining in the first period. No score.
Here's the 2-on-1, a beautiful pass by Leach. He makes a habit of that, and a great stop by McLean as Adam Graves gets in alone. And what a rush Jurke Lume made to step between Zubov and Lowe, but then he couldn't put it by Richter. Both goalies, excellent arm stops on dangerous players.
Face off to the right of the Vancouver net. 3:54 left in the period. McTavish against Ronning, but not any longer. Ronning tossed out by Randy Mitton. And now, Adams in there to win the face-off. Gilbert back in the net, centered it! And McLean makes a fine stop on that quick shot from the slot. Ronning starting the Canucks back. Up through center, Hedican rolled it in on the left wing. Zubov is there. Kevin Lowe watching in front of the net. Gilliman left the net, went over after the puck. Didn't come up with it. Adams has it on his skate. He's tied up though. Zubov poked at it. Adams got it in front of the goal, but Gilbert will shoot it out over the line. Rangers bring it out. Fired down the ice and back to the goal. In quickly is Gilbert. McTavish stops the puck. McTavish coming out. The pass to Leach along the blue line. Fired in there, and the Canucks bring it back out. Leach got back to stop the pass. Up to McTavish. McTavish there. Circles at the blue line. Now into Larmer. Larmer to Leach, and he fanned on it. It'll get out over the line, and Courtnall is on it. With Ronning right behind him. Ronning comes in. Back to Courtnall, but a wicked pass on Courtnall's stick. Leach dumped it ahead to Kovalev. Kovalev bumped at center ice by Linden. And the play called with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. In the first period, there is no score.
Larmer and Ronning collided at the red line, well up the ice from the play, and Andy Van Hellemond has decided to give penalties. I'm not sure, but it looks like both of them get it. Larmer was quite upset because he thought he was the only one that was going to get a penalty. It occurred on the rush, well away from the puck, right between the two benches.
One of the interesting things people have found about all of this, the last time that a team leading a series 3-1 didn't win the Stanley Cup in Game 5 was in 1987. The Oilers were beaten by the Philadelphia Flyers. That series won 7. Edmonton won it. Who was coaching Philadelphia? Mike Keenan. The time before that was 1980. The Islanders leading the Philadelphia Flyers. They didn't win the Stanley Cup. Who was coaching the Philadelphia Flyers? Pat Quinn. He's in that same spot tonight.
Well, that's a tough pill to swallow. When you're down 3-1, you come battling back to make it 3-3 and then lose the 7th game.
Well, we all know what this series is now, a 3-1 Ranger lead, and this city, I must say, has taken on the Stanley Cup fever. Over 100 policemen on motorcycles outside Madison Square Garden tonight. Fans were filing in. It'll probably be quadrupled at the end of the game. The Canucks trying to extend the series. And they're having a pretty good first period here. There is no score. 2:20 left. And here come the Canucks again. The shot by Courtnall is blocked. Ricker out cutting the angle. Linden was coming in on the play. Courtnall went in to take the shot. Now Courtnall again. Away from Graves. Back to Linden this time. The pass to Lume. Shoots. The high shot just missed the top corner. Messier can't find any room. Courtnall keeping it in. He's knocked down. Now then. Stepping to center was Graves. He left it for Zubov. Back to Graves. Hits the shot that was spoiled. Lume got a stick in front of it. And the Canucks get the puck down the ice again. Low for New York. Coming out is Tikkanen. He was stopped in his tracks at the blue line. Low takes the pass to center. Dumped it in wide of the Ranger net. The plane out. Fired it on the boards, and it got by Lidster to center ice. But Low covered up. 1:20 left of the period. Scoreless this first period. Shot down into the Ranger zone. Ricker out again. That pens it off the boards. And the Canucks saw that develop and were in to pick it out. Here's a chance for Bure. Low shot blocked by Ricker. Another shot. That one went by in front of the netminder. Bure again. Skating hard inside the line, and Ricker stopped the long shot. 54 seconds left in the period. And the Canucks were pressing right there. Bure with a couple of chances. Here's Tikkanen. Bure goes in to stop him. Tikkanen got away and starts out. Pass down the right wing. Nemchinov coming in. Pass in front of the net. The crowd going wild, wanting a penalty. Ranger player up into the center ice. Now a penalty is coming up against New York.
Nemchinov on Ronning. You're right, Bob, against New York. Talk about timing. Bodies were flying. And it seemed to be a Ranger body every time. And then when a Canuck went, so did a Ranger to the penalty box.
Well, Nemchinov nearly took Ronning's head off. with an elbow beside the net. Esa Tikkanen. Hellman going over to talk to Tikkanen about something. Tikkanen hurt his shoulder a little bit, as you can see him loosening it up. But the penalty goes to Nemchinov, and watch right here on Cliff Ronning. Oh. It's 27 seconds to go in the first period.
All right, let's go downstairs and visit Ron McLean.
Bob, New York City's environment friendly, except for this one meanie we found hanging out on the Avenue of the Americas. Arms like Ty Domi, who's taken in the game this evening. Don will be along in the coach's corner.
2 minutes or 22 seconds left to play in the first period. And here's Brown around the net. He just takes a look up the ice. Wants to get the center, but he played it in well. Cardinal shot. That's blocked by Ricker. And they shoot it away. The first period winds down as Ronning tries one more shot that's high. And a scoreless first period. But the two teams mean business tonight.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks are not going to make it easy for the Rangers. If the Rangers thought it was going to be a waltz and they were playing all the songs, they're wrong. And these fans are very upset with Mr. Van Helmont.
Well, they like his wardrobe. They were just talking something about his stockings or his socks or something. So at least they appreciate that part of Andy's appearance here tonight.
Coming up at our first intermission, Don Cherry in the coach's corner.
That Coast Guard right there. Great guys. Like everybody, armed forces, and everybody loves me.
Thought you were going to wear that lovely tie with the cherries on it, in case this was the last game of the year.
No, the Coast Guard there. We got a... And another kid I'd like to talk about, Jason Evans in Surrey, BC, having a tough time. Thumbs up.
Great. What do you think of the game? 12-10 shots, Canucks, no score.
This is the way they should have been playing. How many times have I said they've got to come out banging like that? They're a big club. They were playing like St. Bernard Dogs or something like that. They got to come out hitting like they were. Rangers look a little nervous. They know it's here and everything like that. Pat's in there saying right now, this is it, guys. We got them. I'm telling you, this is the way they should have been playing right from the start. What do you think of the offside goal?
Well, it was clearly offside. We can see that now. But Pat gets a break. This just goes to show everything comes around. He was burned in 80.
Wait a minute.
Now he gets a break tonight.
Did you say it was offside?
Sure, it was offside by an inch. Close call, easy to miss, but on the replay,
when we were off camera,
a little different the last time.
We were off camera. You said it was a good goal.
No, I said the whistle went.
Oh.
When it happened, I heard the whistle right away.
I asked you what the offside is. What was an offside? You saw it. What did you say?
It was offside.
All right.
And I said that at the time. Right. And you said, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
So they get burned, the goal's taken back, and they lose a player.
Yes. And get a penalty against them.
And that's what Dick was saying about Andy's socks.
I'm the last of the Mohicans that say it like it is, folks. Go ahead.
Well, I'm saying it like it is.
Keenan.
Offside.
Ask me about Keenan. I want to talk about Keenan, a winner everywhere he's gone.
High school, Peterborough,
Rochester.
Yes. Every level.
I coached there too, coached the year in Rochester, Canada Cup, and now maybe the Stanley Cup, he thinks anyhow. And this rumor he's going to Detroit. I'll tell you one thing right now, he will not go there because I'll tell you one reason, Scotty, they're not going to pay him $1 million to be director of player personnel. But anyhow,
why wouldn't he coach? Mike be GM.
Oh, Mike, that's why he left Chicago. Don't be a dummy. Go ahead.
Well, Mike Ilitch has got a lot of money. Pay
Never
him $1 million.
mind.
Mike loves Scotty. Neil Smith's mom, by the way, Marg, we wanted to say hello.
Yes.
Okay, Stephen Brunt, I know you were touched. Stephen of the Globe and Mail gave you a bit of a plug, so I'm not too fond of the article, but other than that, it was terrific.
Said I spawned. Is that...
Yeah, he says you're hockey, you're Canadiana.
No, he didn't. He said spawn. No. Now, listen, that was a great one. In Vancouver, they line up for 5 hours to see it. You know, all our intellectual, pinko, socialist, left-wing, educated, wine-sipping like you... that they see that we love, that's our holy grail. Can you imagine a mom, and it was open 24 hours. They were 12 o'clock. They were lined up for 5 hours. That is our holy grail. I wish everybody would realize that. I know Gary's watching right now. You've got to realize this is our religion. You know how it is, like they have something that they go to see here in New York or something like that? That's our holy grail.
That was lovely. You've
Yes.
got a couple of things to show from other sports, I know.
Now, you know,
Got about a minute left
oh,
here.
I tell you, folks, it's awful, I've heard. I'm so happy this series is not like the Washington series, because you know what happened, folks, in that series? Somebody in the Washington bench, and they heard him say it. It was frightening. They said, get him. And they meant Zubov. So the linesman went over to the Ranger bench and said, you better get him off. Yes, he did. He said, get him off like that. Now, you know, here's the funny thing in hockey. What we have today, by the way, I got to squeal on Pat Burns right away. Yes,
hurry.
I know you got to hurry, but listen, I got to squeal on Pat Burns right now. I heard standing behind the bench said, check him. Anyhow, we don't have bench clearing brawls like baseball. If we could see a little thing here, watch. We haven't had something like this in hockey in 8 years, and I know Gary's happy about that. Look at that. Isn't he happy like that? And now we got basketball coming up. This is his old sports. We don't have any of this stuff anymore. No, sir. We don't have that
These
anymore.
are isolated incidents, can happen at any time in any
Yes,
sport.
Ronnie, oh boy, like the offside. And now we don't. Here's what we have in hockey right now. This is when they start wearing skirts, we're all in trouble. Now, we're going away, folks. This could be the last game.
We're right at a time.
No. You kids in the draft, remember, if you're not guaranteed a third draft, don't go to Hartford, please. I said that at the start of the playoffs. I was going to say it again. Don't go to the draft. It'll break your heart if you go down there.
And to the people in Vancouver who waited 5 hours just to see the cup, couldn't touch it. You don't have to touch it to grasp it, and we appreciate it. In the Coach's Corner on Wilson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
You didn't think it was offside, eh?
It was offside.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry. Brought to you by Pepsi. Be young, have fun, drink Pepsi.
And the Vancouver Canucks scoreless after one period in Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. The shots in the period, 12-10 in favor of the Vancouver Canucks.
And Harry, the New York Rangers playing with only 5 defensemen. Jeff Bukaboom out for the game. Game misconduct, instigating a fight.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks did some good forechecking that period. They should go right after the 5 of them, especially Lowe, who we know is hurt, and Wells, who hasn't played much in games in this series.
And give away at center, Adam Graves has a breakaway. Great save by McLean. Adam Graves, a real sniper for the Rangers all season on a breakaway to start the second period. Kirk McLean again, stoned him. Here's Lume now with a pass and a shot here. That's blocked by Richter, and he holds it.
Well, a careless turnover gave Adam Graves a 65-foot breakaway, and McLean is starting to look like the McLean of Game 1 as he took what looked like a sure shorthanded goal. Right here, he strips Jeff Brown to the puck and then tries to go to the glove side, and a quick move with that glove hand deflects the puck over the net.
A great save by McLean to start the second period. It remains scoreless, this hockey game. The Canucks win the draw in there. Shot doesn't reach the net. Messel went after it. It's cleared off the boards down the ice. And Chinov. 45 seconds left in that penalty. Canucks move up. 5 of them. They come over the Ranger line. Brown at the blue line. Didn't see the pass. Lume. He comes in with a shot. Richter covering the short side. He was bumped and knocked down. Peeking in a chance to third. He put it up high over the glass at the far side. And the face-off is going to be inside the New York line. 28 seconds left in the penalty.
Doug Lidster also has to play a lot more now. Bukaboom's a 25 to 28-minute defenseman, and he's out of there. And here is the collision between Richter, and then the skate comes right up and hits Doug Lidster, Linden's skate, in the face. He seems to be all right. He's going to the bench now. The fans screamed for a goalie interference call, but we can talk Mr. Van Helmen into it.
Babbage shoots the puck in from center ice. Leach took a wild swing at it. It's Babbage again. Shoots. That's deflected over the net. Larmer will clear it. Babbage got back to center to glove it down. Babbage again charging up over the line. Here's Jelena, back to Babbage. Two Rangers on him quickly. It's centered. Comes away from everybody, and the Rangers shoot it down the ice. Penalty is now over. Nemchinov out of the penalty box. No scores. Second period. Here come the Canucks again. Ronning is up there. Ronning getting set. Right in there with a shot blocked by Richter. On the far side, the Canucks pouring it on again to start the second. It is centered. Tipped by Jelena wide. Jelena waiting out in front of the net. Nobody could get the puck out to him. And Kovalev is back to center for New York. Coming up over the line. Kovalev going in. He was tied up by Lume and couldn't get a decent shot away. Out for Vancouver and Craven. He brings it in there. Dropping it. Jelena's shot doesn't get to the net. Lickster blocked it and hooked it away to Kovalev. He's in over the Vancouver line. Sharp angle. He's tried to get on the inside to go in front of the net. Lost it. Lickster kept it in. Matteau back of the goal. Glenn took care of him. Snapped into Matteau again, and Glenn hit him a second time. Messier passed a quick one back and gets it again. Shot is blocked by McLean as Messier turned and fired it quickly. Put the low shot right on. This is icing against Vancouver. No score. We're in the second period. 2:45 gone.
Landy Van Hellemond did not have a simple period to do in period one, and here's that goal, the debatable offside goal. Tikkanen with the puck, and you can see the Ranger player still has his back foot on the line when the puck is over, so it should have been no offside and a goal.
It was not. We are scoreless, and the Rangers looking for one. Range shot. McLean looking very sharp here in the second period. Messier knocking one down, but he can't get a chance to test him. He lost it. Burrow is going to break through, but getting back that time was Zubov. He might have saved one. Zubov reaching back and poked it away, and Burrow was just starting up the Jets to break away. Brown. Ahead it goes. Linden couldn't get it out. Brown does. Here's Zubov. Made that fine play on Bure. Graves' long shot will go into the crowd as a Stanley Cup souvenir.
Well, Leach, the most dangerous player, as I've said, in either team, leads the series in points, leads the playoffs in points. A Conn Smythe winner if the series ends tonight, without question. He could become the first American ever to win it. In 1988, he won the Calder Trophy. In 92, the Norris Trophy. This year could be, and I say could be the Smythe, and the Stanley Cup is the Hart Trophy on the horizon for this guy. I would think it might be.
Long shot from the blue line, and McLean saw that one through a crowd. Fired by Kevin Lowe. Lidster kept it in. McLean is out of the net. He stopped the puck for Babbage. Right through the middle. He goes with the pass. But Ronning missed it. Lowe turning back. Ronning takes it back away from Nemchinov to Babbage. And he rifles it into the left of Richter, and Lowe takes it. Back to the net. Kevin Lowe. Along the boards. Not a good choice. Ronning stopped it. Ronning turning away from his check. Ronning so tricky with the puck. Got it out neatly to Mobesso. He can't get on track for a shot. Canucks keep it in. Ronning giving up at the side of the net, but he's on the puck smartly. Ronning, look at him. He's lying down and making a play. Jelena takes a hard hit from Lowe. Babbage there keeping the heat on and the puck in. Lickster was bumped off the puck. There goes Ronning again, and Lowe played the man. Nemchinov bumped hard, and the Rangers get it out. Down through center ice, Noonan. Noonan coming in with the pass. And it bounced away from the defenseman, Lickster. Noonan has it again, turns and shoots, and hit Glenn. Jelena coming back out. Noonan nailed him. The Canucks carry on. Long, low shot from Glenn, missed the net. On a great pace to the second period now. And they're hitting on all fours. Richter down and smothers the puck. We played 5-12 hectic minutes in the second period.
The toughest game of the series, this one, New York's 114th, Vancouver's 115th, counting training camp. What a grind. The trip to the Stanley Cup is a marathon test of stamina. 114 and 115 games, and it's not over yet.
No score, second period. The Canucks coming close here. Lafayette threw it through the crease. Graves jammed in along the boards, but he got the puck out to center ice. Vancouver shoot it back in. They are taking it to the Rangers here in the second. Zubov around his own net. And the Rangers just shoot it out. Everybody was covered. This is Hedican turning around in his own zone. Laid it up along the boards. Kovalev is there for New York with Graves to Kovalev. He turns. Lafayette tied him up. Graves shot. Blaine loved that. Partially screened, but he saw enough of it. Hedican bumped. The Canucks now finding the Rangers. Forcing the play inside the line. Leach can't keep it in. Has to go back to Zubov. Zubov played it ahead near center ice, and Chinov turning around. Pass going astray. That will cause an icing. With the Canucks back to pick it up, it'll come all the way back inside the Ranger line.
One of the secrets to Brian Leach is once you go to him anywhere on the ice and he passes it, don't turn and look where the pass goes. Keep your eye on this guy. He's the guy that does the damage. He's well off to a 30-plus minute night. Bure again, not as much as you think they'd play him in a losing your out situation. In Vancouver, Bure played 28 minutes in Game 4. Leach again over 34. They said before, he's a horse, and a talented one at that.
6:14 into the second period. Vancouver on the face-off. Bure was jammed on the boards. Nemchinov threw it back to Kevin Lowe. And Lowe was hit. Can't get the puck out. It went over the glass. And a face-off will come to the left of Mike Richter.
Well, we know Kevin Lowe is less than 100%, and now his ice time's going to be increased with the absence of Bukaboon. The Rangers have decimated the Canucks in second periods in this series, outscoring them 4-0. This is Kevin Lowe's 188th playoff game, so when you call him a 12 or a 14-year veteran, you better add 4 years onto that, especially when they're games like this, and many of them are.
Bukaboon went out at 10:06 of the first period. A minor, a major, and the instigator. Got him out of the game. The Canucks push the puck in behind the Ranger net. Richter can't handle it. It's the Canucks on it again. Bure's backhander is stopped in front. And Leach pushed it ahead. He got by Bure. Leach coming in, dropping it. Taking it, shot. Nice save by McLean. Again, here's Leach. Shoots. Lane stopped that. He got on the post, covering the short side. Good rush by Leach, though. Hannon's pass one back deep. Leach just tipped it in center, and no icing. Zubov back, taking it from the goaltender. Richter comes out, a long lead pass. This will be icing. No, it goes to the net, and McLean had to play. And Koski skating down the left side, got across center, dumped it in. Kovalev got back. There's Koski. Good anticipation. He got in along the boards, knowing the puck might come back there, and it did. The Rangers got it out. Kovalev takes a pass at center and comes in. Kovalev turning back to the line, rolled it in for Larmer. That's broken out. Cleared to center. Here's a break. Richter was going to come out. McIntyre knocked down. McIntyre couldn't quite control it. It looked as if he might get a clean breakaway. And again, the Rangers relieve the pressure and shoot it up across center to Kovalev. He stick handles away from a check, but nobody was open. And the Canucks got it across center again. Poked away by Brown. Here's Ronning coming in. Ronning to Brown. Shoots, scores! Brown scores on a bullet shot, and another fine setup by Ronning. And the Vancouver Canucks have taken a 1-0 lead.
And Harry, another play by Cliff Ronning that gives him the billing you gave him in the first period, their best center man in the series.
Watch this pass. It ends up being a 3-on-2. Ronning fakes the shot, gets Wells to commit himself, and then tosses it over to Brown, and Brown beat Richter on the short side. And the short side has been a problem for Richter in this series, although this was a bullet shot. And when you get out as far as Richter does to cut the angle down, a 30-foot shot becomes a 15-foot shot. You cut a bit of the angle, but you lose a little reaction time.
Browning the only assist, and what a beautiful assist it was. Brown gives Vancouver a 1-0 lead at the 8:10 mark of the second period. So now the Rangers here in a possible Stanley Cup winning game find themselves down to the Canucks here in the second period.
I mentioned offense from the defense is something that has not appeared to be an asset for the Canucks in this series like it was against the Leafs. And Brown gets the second goal of the series by a defenseman for the Canucks. A low short side shot after a lovely pass from Ronning, who induced Wells to come over to take him and then threw it back where Wells came from. A nice play.
Ronning is on there again. He has Momesso on the left, Jelena on the right. He won the draw. Momesso shot, missed on the short side. That toe for New York, can't get it out. There goes Momesso, bumping in there with Zubov. Injured player comes up with it. Marner from center ice, in wide of the net for Matteau to get in there. Shot it around the goal. Canucks pick it up. Momesso skates out. The defenseman Hennigan missed the pass near center. In it goes where Jelena's being chased by Leach. He scooped it out in front of the goal. And the Rangers just clear it down the ice. Out of the net is McLean. Give it to Ronning. He was bumped by Teganen. Hennigan shoots one from his own side of center. Center was going to play it. He did not. And icing is called against the Vancouver Canucks. They have scored. They're up 1-0.
Well, Richter, here's what the net cam shows us. Short side low. Look how far out he is, Dick. He cuts the length of the shot in half. And perhaps it isn't worth it when you get that far out to try and cut the angle down.
Vancouver 1, New York 0. Nearing the halfway mark of the second period. The Rangers have the puck inside the line. Centering pass is chopped away, but right to Leach. He made a fine move. Getting away from Lafayette. Turning on the brakes, away from it, and Toski comes in. Look at him. He hangs on to that puck. Now the setup. Back to Leach. Back to Zubov. And it went over his stick and out. Can't ask for much more from Brian Leach on that piece of work. Zubov gives it to Leach. Leach coming out. Zubov takes his pass and gets over the line to center. Turning there, and he shoots it in. It goes wide of the goal. McLean out and dump it into the corner. Pass ahead, and the Canucks moving on. Courtnall taking the pass and going in. Zubov played the man, and Zubov is hurt. And there's going to be a penalty to Vancouver. Zubov flat on the ice. Elbowing penalty is the call. Courtnall will go.
Meet the Parker twins, Bob and Fred.
Hi.
Identical.
Zubov getting up off the ice with the assistance of trainer Dave Smith. Courtnall gets an elbowing penalty on the call. Zubov went in to take Courtnall out. Courtnall saw him at the last minute and planted the elbow right on the end of his nose. Down Zubov goes. Now, how many minutes does Courtnall get for that? Zubov looks like his nose is bleeding, but the elbow seemed to catch him under the chin, so it could be Courtnall gets 5 in a game. Andy Van Hellemond overtaking a look at Zubov. There's enough blood for at least 5 in a game, and it looks like Linden's arguing about it, so I think Van Hellemond's coming over to tell Jeff Courtnall, you're gone.
The Vancouver gate, that is to the dressing room, is down to the far side to the left of the New York goal in this second period. And nobody has touched that yet. Captain Linden talking to Van Hellemond, and the crowd helping to call the play.
They just called 5 minutes, Bob. It just went up on the clock.
Number 14, Jeff Courtnall, 5-minute major for elbowing. Time 10:13. Courtnall, 5-minute major for elbowing at 10:13.
Well, there it is again. Courtnall got the left elbow up and nailed Zubov. He went down. He was cut. And a major penalty to Courtnall. Well, one thing we do know about this series so far, the penalty killing has been superb. Vancouver will have to show it again now.
Zubov has a history, Bob, and Dick, of not being a player who plays when he's injured, and he's going to have to play now. With the nose that I'm sure will need repair after the game.
Don't forget, the Rangers lost a defenseman in the first period. Bukavul went out for instigating game misconduct. That was at 10:06 of the first. Zubov hurt on that play. The Canucks have a goal scored by Brown at 8:10, and now the Rangers have a power play on there. It's a major penalty to Courtnall. So the big test now for the Canucks. Rangers trying to keep the puck in. Bounced out. Corey tried to shoot it down the ice. Corey got it again to Craven, and he found the opening to jump it in there. And back for it is Leach. Messier turns to his left. Kovalev right behind the rushing defenseman. However, he goes to Messier. And back to the line to Kovalev. Kovalev played it in there along the boards and back of the goal. Messier waiting with Graves. Messier hangs on to it. Into Messier again. In the slot, Larmer can't get a shot. Again, Larmer can't get a shot. Messier reaches forward. Chopping at it was Diddick. Can't get it out. The Canucks now get it out over the line. Offside. Shot back in. Kovalev doesn't believe it. But believe it. It was offside.
The Rangers are using Kovalev on the point because they're down now to 3 defensemen, or 4 defensemen, counting the absence of Bukavul and Zubov. So the puck was out in the air over the line, although it landed on the line. Kovalev played some defense as a junior player in the Soviet Union. And I'm sure Mike Keenan recalls that and is asking him now to play the point. And I'm sure he's played the point before, too.
Tikkanen moving it up over the Vancouver line. Major penalty now against Vancouver. 1-0, the Canucks are leading. Noonan turning in the corner. Flipping it to McTavish. 5 of them on the outside of the 4-man box. That goal is stopped. He ran into the net. Knocked his man down. And the play goes right on with the Canucks clearing it down the ice. 3:30 left in that major penalty to Courtnall. Lidster carries the puck to center ice. Noonan takes it up over the line, along the boards and gets through. Dropped it back to Lidster, and Lidster turns from the corner. Out to Tikkanen. Shot! And McLean got a piece of that. In on the boards. Hennigan stopped Noonan. McTavish comes in to help. Doesn't do any good. Linden is there to shoot at the length of the ice. The Canucks are hanging on. 3 minutes left in the major penalty. 1-0, Vancouver leading. 7:40 remaining in the second period. Tikkanen fanned on the pass attempt. Now he had to shoot it in, and McLean misses it this time. Comes off the boards and cleared away by Glenn. 2:40 left in the major. Tikkanen, pressure on the New York Rangers. They roll it up over the line. In off the stick of Larmer. Back of the goal is Lume, but there's Messier stopping it. At the line, Zubov to Messier. Sharp angle for him to shoot it. So he banked it off the boards to Leach, who's in deep. Messier behind the net. Zubov will keep it in at the point. Lume stopped the pass. Couldn't get it by Graves. His shot is blocked. And the Canucks get it down the ice again. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the major penalty. This crowd wonders what is happening to their Rangers. A major penalty. They feel they must get one here. 1-0, Vancouver leading. Murray was very close to knocking down a high Turing pass. 6:35 left of the period. 1:45 in the major penalty. Great penalty killing by Vancouver. Shot on the boards and out again. Zubov has to wait. Gives it to Leach. He is waiting. To Zubov. 1:30 left in the major. Leach made a great move. Got over the line and was tied up. But he blocked that clearing pass. Finally, it's shot away by Babbage. 1:24 left in the major penalty. And a buzz in the crowd at Madison Square Garden. 6 minutes remaining in the period. Vancouver leads 1-0. The Rangers come in, take it in. Shot wide. Noonan stopped it on the boards. Noonan back to the point with it. Zubov waits, winds up, no shot. Here's Lowe. That's blocked. Rebound. McLean down. And the Canucks are going to bring it out. 55 seconds left in the major penalty, and 2 of them are up there. Adams shot. Wicked shot stopped by Richter. Would not be something had Adams put that one by him. The Rangers down again with 40 seconds left in the Cardinal penalty. He can in. Hit the outside of the net. Anderson is on it around on the outside. Takes his time, rolled it in back of the net. There's Tikkanen, tried to get it back to him. 25 seconds left in the major. This is terrific penalty killing by Vancouver. They're going to move it out again. Taking his time was Lume. Shot it down the ice. Only 15 seconds left in that major. Here's Messier. Pass ahead to Leach. That doesn't work. Bure stopped it. The major penalty is over. Rangers in. Leach coming in there and settling it. Standing on the shot in front was Graves. Here's Messier. Right in. But clean stopped done. Another shot stopped. And the Canucks hang on and shoot it down the ice. Richter was going to come out. Oh no. In after it. Rangers pick it up off Cardinal and get it back out to Graves. He's hammered with a hit. Noonan stopped. Jelena hit him. There's Cardinal moving up. He got in. Cardinal set up. Oh, a shot at the goalpost. Browning set up and hit the post. There's Jelena out front again. And it's cleared away by New York. Graves rolled it in for Noonan. He won't get too far against the great skating defenseman Hennigan. He just caught him and held him. At the blue line, it's kept in. Leach trying to do it. Here's Lindster. He passes one in there at the net, and it was intercepted. 3:45 remaining in the period. Leach again. He's on the puck everywhere, but a hand pass stops the play. With 3:40 remaining in the second period, the Canucks are leading 1-0.
The power play expired. The Rangers had 3 good chances to score. None of them any better than this one by Messier. And it goes off the right pad or the blocker of McLean and stays out of the net. Ronning nearly makes it 2-0 as he takes a beautiful pass from Cardinal and then rings it off the goalpost as he had Richter beaten.
Yes, he did. He had a lot of room on that side. Trying to be perfect, I guess. And just missed making it 2-0 Vancouver. And wouldn't that be something? Kirk McLean standing tall for Vancouver again. They killed off a major penalty. That has got to be a lift for the Canucks.
And a deflator for the Rangers.
Indeed. 1-0. Vancouver leading on the Brown goal at 8:10 of the first period. Set up by Cliff Ronning. Here's Ronning with the puck again in the corner. But away from him this time. Matteau chopped at it, and it went over the boards at the Vancouver bench. And that stops the play.
From coast to coast, no one serves Canadians better. Canadian Tire, proud to be part of Canada for over 70 years.
Score anyway.
Well, this is a night when teams from New York are playing Canada. Here in hockey, Vancouver leading the Rangers. In the American League in Toronto, the Blue Jays whipping the Yankees. And the Expos leading the Mets at Shea Stadium here in New York. Like that trend from Canada with sports fans.
But this is the big one. Vancouver leading 1-0 with 3:05 left in the second period. Meso is down the left wing boards and into the corner against Lowe. Here's Jelena stealing it. The backhander is blocked. And Lowe took Jelena out of the play heavily. They broken up at center ice by Hennigan. Moving in. Jelena again. Fired it off the side of the net as he tried to center. Rangers get it out. Lowe was hit as he cleared that one. Canucks steal it again at center. Fired in by Martin Jelena and back of the net. 2.5 minutes left of the second period. Rangers stymied by the Canucks in this fifth game up to this point. 2:20 left in the second. Lane stops it. Hit by McTavish. Gets loose. Quick shot, one in wide. Courtnall can't center it. Jumped over his stick in the last second, and played it down the ice. Canucks come back. As Lume takes it. There are 2 minutes left in the second period. Long rink-wide pass. Open one, really. Nobody out there. Linden couldn't stop Leach. Leach gets over the line for New York. Had it poked away. Lafayette dumped it ahead for Linden. 2 Rangers are back. A penalty coming up against New York. Linden dropped it. And as Leach touched it, the play is called. And now the Rangers, who had a major power play when Courtnall was given 5 minutes, had that killed off. Now have a minor penalty.
Rangers penalty on number 11, Mark Messier, choose for
hooking against Messier.
1:41 to go. This is a great opportunity for Vancouver, who's had a lot of late goals scored against them, and they're killers. Messier's caught as Leach can't keep the puck in. Messier sees a 4-on-3 developing, so he pulls Courtnall down behind the play. And for that, he'll serve 2 minutes or less. At Quinn's power play, 0 for 13 here, 2 for 34 the last 7 games. The last instructions I'd give the point man if I was Mr. Quinn is get it on the net, cancel those fancy plays. They only come when we're confident, when we're on a roll on the power play. Let's see if we can get a screenshot to go in.
A minute 41 left in the second period. Jeff Brown has the only goal in the game. It came at 8:10. 1-0, Vancouver. Center ice. Brown is bringing the puck in. Tried to center it, fell down. Tegan couldn't clear it out. It went over the glass into the crowd.
Minute 20 left here in the second period. A reminder that closed captioning of tonight's game is sponsored by Household, providing financial services for the family. As we look at the 1933 New York Rangers. Look at the size of the Stanley Cup there, folks. That baby's grown a little bit since then. NHL President Frank Calder presenting it to Ranger captain Bill Cook, who scored the winning goal in a 1-0 Ranger win in the deciding game against Toronto. History lesson for tonight.
Shavicki and Smith, 2 Vancouver residents, former Rangers, just have a little tug at either side of their heart watching this.
Lume for Vancouver. Starting to play ahead. Adams takes the pass smartly at center and gets the line. Goes in with Linden. And they cover up and get it out. A minute left in the second period. Linden passing one back to Lume. Lume moving up. Messier of New York is in the penalty box. And the Canucks trying to make it 2-0 before this period is out. 44 seconds left. Adams coming in. Adams handles the puck well away from Zubov in back of the net. There the Canucks trying to center as Ronnie. Put it over on the boards and now to the line. A broad shot. Nice save by Richter with the big right pad. And the Rangers with 23 seconds left in the period shoot it down. Murray takes it. 17 seconds left of the period. Vancouver power play. Slow to move. Now they get it out. Cross center and in is Courtnall with Ronning coming in. 6 seconds left. Time for the shot. Not anymore. It comes to Murray. And that trickles wide of the goal. And the buzzer goes to end the second period at Madison Square Garden.
Couple of shots there, Harry, but I think they got a little fancy as well. You wonder if that hit post by Ronning might be a moment to remember when this one's over. What a chance they had to go up 2-zip.
These are the best 2 periods together Vancouver's played in this series. And they have a 1-0 lead and are 20 minutes away from causing another game in this series. Look out for the Rangers in the third. They have been a little tight, not as confident, not as loose and not as dangerous tonight as they were in the first 4 games.
Shots were even in the period, 8 apiece. And a goal scored by Brown from Ronning at 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Stanley Cup final. Brown scored the goal at 8:10 of the second from Ronning.
Well, it's June the 9th. Some interesting things happened on this date in NHL history. Back in 1984, Mary Lemieux was the #1 draft choice. Didn't get out of his chair at the Montreal Forum. He can afford very expensive chairs right now at his home in Pittsburgh. 1989 at the awards ceremony, young Brian Leach, the Calder Trophy as Rookie of the Year, and has he fulfilled his promise indeed. And the same night, Gordie Howe presented Wayne Gretzky with the Hart Trophy, the 9th win for Gretzky, who by then was a member of the Los Angeles Kings. And 1 year ago tonight, June 9th, 1993, the Montreal Canadiens defeated the LA Kings to win their 24th Stanley Cup, and Patrick Roy won his 2nd Conn Smythe Trophy as the MVP of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
An update in the shots. Changed now. The Rangers out shooting Vancouver in the second period, 13-8. So over 2 periods, the shots are 23-20 in favor of New York.
I have the chances to score at 14 apiece. So this is a nail-biter with 20 minutes or more left.
Well, here it is. 3rd period. And the Rangers in a hole. Vancouver with the puck in their own zone and starting out. Up through center is Hedican. Shakes off a check. Gives it to Courtnall along the boards, and he's going after it. Zubov there for New York. He won't clear it out. The penalty is over. Quick pass, ready for... They score! The Vancouver Canucks have scored just as Messier stepped from the penalty box. The heat was on, and the backhander by Courtnall on a second attempt gives the Canucks a 2-0 lead.
Barry, the heat's been on Courtnall for not scoring. He's played a good game tonight.
13 games without a goal. This guy was the 3rd highest goal scorer on the team. A nice stop by Richter. Courtnall fanned on it and grabbed the puck after he missed it on the forehand. Zubov shot it around and couldn't get it out. Hedigan shoots it, misses it, and then Courtnall puts it in. 2-0 Canucks. 30 seconds into the period number 3.
Wow. The time of the goal officially, and here's the Rangers' chance. 26 seconds, Courtnall. Von Hedican, 2-0. And the way these two teams have been playing this hockey game, that's a huge lead. Passed by Wells on the boards, and he got it out and down the ice. A lot of Canucks on there in that player change. But the play goes right on. And the Canucks shoot it up over the Ranger line. Jelena after it. Rangers come up with it. Pass intercepted at the line. Ronning takes a hit. Lamesso backhands it into the corner, and Lidstrom took his man. Rangers get it out. No attack mounting right there. Ronning playing a great hockey game. Gets out in front. Ronning shoots. And that's blocked, but a big rebound was there. Richter without the stick for a few seconds. Ronning doing magic in front of the Ranger net. And nearly got another one for the Canucks. Vancouver trying to clear the zone. They do. And Lowe stops it near his own blue line now. Is Zubov up through the middle to Graves. He had it immediately. Jelena over it. Rangers on it. Messier with a drive. McLean blocked out. Ronning deep in his own zone. Graves trying to take him off. Got a piece of him. That's all. Ronning is going off now. And the Rangers take the puck in the center ice zone. Graves. No room for him. Noonan shot. Blocked by McLean. And he has the angle covered and put it back in play. Brown shooting it down the ice. Zubov could have played it, so no icing. 2.5 minutes into the third. Zubov nearly coughed it up in front of his own goal. Murray against Lowe. Lowe got it out. Tikkanen tipped it in, and McLean out of the net. Shooting it high on the glass. Then Chinov is stopped, and 3 Canucks hop on it quickly. They bring it up over the line. Here's Murray. Shot. Block. They score! Craven went after it, The Madison Square Garden crowd is stunned now. 3-0, Vancouver.
Harry, how do you think those guys are feeling who paid $4,000 a ticket to see the Stanley Cup one tonight?
Well, a 3-on-2 rush and a nice play by Craven. Murray with lots of patience gets the long shot. And then Leach actually put the puck into his own net, trying to clear the rebound. Leach going to the net, 2 Canucks to worry about, so he sits in the middle of them. And as he turns around, because he knows Craven's there, he hit the skate and went in past Richter. So we've seen some weird goals go in on Kirk McLean, and I guess Mr. Graves, who told us in the intermission, what goes around comes around, actually does it. Game of the away line.
Murray gets the goal, and Murray Craven will get the assist. 2:48 is the time. 3-0 Vancouver. Puck hit off the defenseman's skate. Here's Larmer now, starting out. Nato dropped the pass to the right side, and Kovalev brings it over the line. Kovalev jamming on the brakes, but Glenn has him covered. Lidster, he tries his shot. Lidster shooting one by the train, and the Rangers are on the board. They're not dead in this one yet. That's a big goal for New York.
I don't think McLean saw it. Doug Lidster was just trying to get a wrist shot from over on the boards into the front of the net. Vancouver had everyone fairly well taken. Kovalev gets away from Glenn, and then Lidster just shoots it. And nobody touches it, although Larmer tried to, and it went by McLean, and it's 3-1 with 16:33 to go.
Time of the goal then, 3:27. Lidster's shot. A harmless-looking shot from a fair distance, and it caught the top corner. So the Rangers get a life. Just when it looked like they were dead in Game 5. Down 3-0. It is 3-1 now. And here's McTavish. Bumped off the puck back in the net. And the Rangers are in there fighting for it. Comes into the slot area. The Canucks will bring it out. Cardinal across center. Over the line with a low shot. And Ricker got the stick in front of that one. Shot back in by Brown. Zubov turning. Coming out. Wells, the defenseman, is there with him. McTavish just ahead of him. He keeps going with the puck himself. In deep now. Centered it. Canucks were back. Covering up. McTavish on the boards. He and Anderson fight for it. But it's going to be Jalina clearing it out. Up through center. Momesso in on the boards in the corner. Good play, but Ricker was out to block it. Now Graves. The pass. One in behind Anderson, but he turned to pick it up. Trying to find a little room. Babbage stopped him. Running foul, Anderson! And he can't get a shot through. From the blue line, Lidster again shot it in. Rangers applying pressure. Messier hit his man hard back of the net. Took Ronning in on the boards. Graves and Messier. Messier is hit. Quinn takes over for Vancouver. Around his own net, got it ahead. Ronning coming through center. Ronning up to the line, dropping it. And it's shot into the corner by Momesso. Nearing the 6-minute mark of the third. 3-1 is the score. Vancouver leading. Messier now on the move. Messier trying to go in there. He's stopped by Lume. And Lume does not get it out. Lidster again. Trying to shot. Messier waiting behind the net. Pinned on the boards by Lume. Pavel Bure shot it ahead. Canucks get it up over center. Leach couldn't stop it. It went all the way back in the Rangers zone. Here's Lidster. Rangers are changing. Tikkanen is nailed hard. Up to center, Nemchinov. Played it over the line, and the Canucks get it up to Bure. Bure played it down there. Here's Adams. Can't get inside. Adams stayed with the puck. Tikkanen hit him. Down the ice for Nemchinov. And it is swept away by Brown, who got back. And Nemchinov stole it back of the net, but he's knocked down. Larmer trying to move it over in front. Back in there again in the corner. Lowe waiting at the blue line. The puck goes back to the corner again. surge by the Rangers. They're back in it now.
Very confused defensive zone coverage. The Canucks are complaining, the Ranger players in the crease, but is he being held there by Brown? And the answer looks from this angle like he was. And in as fast as you could say 3-0, the Rangers have come back, have the momentum, and are now only a goal down.
That is amazing.
The only time the play stopped in this period, 4 times for 4 goals. And those $4,000 boys are feeling a bit better.
6:20 the time of that goal by Larmer. The second for the Rangers. And it's Canucks 3, Rangers 2. An incredible third period here at Madison Square Garden. Portnoy and Bure scored quickly. And it was 3-0. Lidster and Larmer scored quickly. It is now 3-2. And they're chanting, "We want the cup again." Some of them are ready to leave a little while ago. Nobody is leaving here. 3-2, Vancouver. Back on their heels a bit now, though. Well, the Rangers getting a sniff of things. Lafayette comes up and he shoots it in deep. Kovalev takes it off the boards, trying to move it out. It is chucked out to center ice. And Lume brings it up. Lume over the line. And that is offside at the Ranger blue line.
Well, Mike Keenan, who I'm sure was beginning to doubt whether this was the night, now thinks it might be. The fans are back in the game after being out of it for about 30 minutes. And at the other end, Pat Quinn knows he's got an avalanche on his hands. To give up 2 quick goals after it looked like you had the Rangers where you want them, this is going to be a long 12:53 to go for Pat Quinn and his Canucks.
Yes, it is. They had 1 goal scored in 40 minutes and 26 seconds. That one by Brown. Then Portnoy and Bure made it 3-0. Lidster and Larmer at 3:27 and 6:20. It's a brand new game again. 3-2 Vancouver, the Rangers trying to tie it up here. They fight for it. Back of the net. Leach's shot missed by 6 feet. Lidster kept it in. Lume without the helmet now. Takes care of his man. Flip to the line, but not out. Now it'll get out. The Canucks hop on it and come in. This is Jelena. And Leach in on him. Knocked into the ice. Pass goes by in front of the Ranger net. Jelena takes it off the boards. In back of the net is Ronning. He's been dangerous all evening. Ronning hangs on to it. Comes the other way. He's out front, gets a shot. That's blocked. Richter didn't know where it was. Scramble. Richter sliding it away with his stick. Here's another shot. Tipped just wide by Jelena. The Rangers hanging on now. Lidster. He shoots one away. No place to go with it. He just got rid of it. The Rangers are changing. 8:30 into the third period. Pass to Messier, knife in over the line. It's back of the net where Hennigan was there. But the Rangers are in for checking again. Here's Messier. He doesn't get it. Hennigan shoots it away for Vancouver, and they go down. It is Bure coming up. Faking a shot now, ripped it high. Richter saw that. Hit him on the shoulder. It's cleared to center. Messier coming in.
has scored a pile of goals like that. And it's 3-3 with 10:58 to go. And there's bedlam at Madison Square Garden.
This crowd on its feet. There's nobody sitting except Messier. And he deserves a break. What a rush. Now what a shot.
What a play by the Ranger lineman. I didn't see who it was. It might have been Graves, who tipped the puck in front of the red line to keep Messier onside.
Anderson and Graves were in on the goal. 9:02 the time. 3-3 tie now. And Bure is coming out again for Vancouver. Across center. He's going in quickly with the pass and the shot. Score! Bure set it up. And the Vancouver Canucks get a goal from Babic. The defenseman was up there with him. And they're ahead again.
A 3-on-2 rush. The Rangers fight back to tie it up and then give up a 3-on-2. And Bure slips a lovely little pass. As you can see, the three Ranger forwards trapped. A lovely little pass here by Bure. And a shot that I think Richter should have had. Dick again on the short side. The old American League side, I think that went in. The last goal by the Canucks and the last one by the Rangers. A little debatable. That went through Richter, not on the short side.
Rangers in again. The Canucks are ahead again. 4-3. An incredible piece of scoring by both teams here in the third period. We haven't reached the halfway mark yet. 1-0 after 2 periods for Vancouver. And the goaltender's knees are knocking now. 10 minutes gone in the third. Rangers get the puck out. Shot back in. Wells plays it back of his own net. Babic from Bure at 9:31. The Vancouver go-ahead goal. The Canucks are up 4-3 here in the third period with 9:35 remaining. Here come the Canucks again. Hennigan in with a shot. Richter juggled that back to the line. Running drives. And that misses the goal. And the Rangers get it out over the line. Running. Flipped it to Brown. He got it in. The Canucks are changing as Litzner has to go back, and he fell. Trying to sweep it back at the goal and did. Diddick went up there, took a chance and missed it. It got to center, and Babic was the only one back. Now the pass through. Nemchinov! And this time McLean makes the save on the backhander from Nemchinov. He was in alone. No dice this time.
After the Canucks have played so well defensively, they've broken down, and here is a great chance by Nemchinov to tie it up on the backhand. A big stop by McLean. He's not sure where the puck is, as you'll see in a minute by our net cam. He reaches behind him to hold himself up and maybe to grab that loose puck. Caution to the wind. Go for it. It's been a great hockey game, and it's not over yet.
Yes, it has. And no, it isn't. Litzner. He started the big Ranger onslaught with a goal of 3:27 from that side. Anderson trying to center it and couldn't. Anderson stays with it with Messier. Messier fell. Anderson in the corner, and here comes Graves to help. Graves gets it out. Graves and Messier going after it. Messier slapped it, but it was grabbed by Craven. He got it up to center. Bure moving up for Vancouver. He's knocked down. Richter comes out of the net to clear it away as far as the line. Adams keeps it in. Around the net is Bure. Bure hangs on to it. Bure into Craven. He can't center it. Adams coming in there. Laid off the boards, and there's Messier again. He's given a bump from behind. And the Rangers get it out. Messier on the puck at center. Gets up over the Vancouver line. Shoots. That's stopped by McLean. He'll have to hang on to this. With Graves coming in there. 7:54 left in the third. The Canucks are leading 4-3. had scored 3 goals in a row. The Rangers 3 in a row. Babbage, Vancouver, the latest scoring play. And they're in again. Here's the rebound. They scored! The rebound came off the pads and Courtnall jumped on it. And the Vancouver Canucks in this incredible third period are back in front again by 2 goals.
This is an East-West game, and defensively both teams are playing for the North and the South. Every rush is a 3-on-2 for the Vancouver Canucks. And a nice little pass here, or a rebound off Lafayette's shot. And Courtnall walks in with nobody around him and puts it in. Here comes Courtnall down the left side. The Ranger defenseman turned to the inside instead of the outside. Didn't know he was there. 5-3, 7:34 to go.
Courtnall in there again. Takes it on the boards. Zubov pinned him. Well, the Rangers were down 3-0. They fought back in great fashion and tied it up. And they had high hopes, of course. Now the Canucks have scored twice. Babbage at 9:31, and now Courtnall at 12:20. It is 5-3 Vancouver. And from the face-off near the Vancouver line, the Rangers win the goal and dump the puck in, but it went a little too high. The play called. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. I'm Bob Cole with Harry Neal and Dick Irvin in the broadcast booth at Madison Square Garden. Ron McLean and Don Cherry, the Hockey Night in Canada crew. And we say hello to you wherever you might be, coast to coast in Canada and wherever. Running. Rebound! Score! Burling! Oh my goodness, what a period this has turned out to be. It is 6-3 Vancouver. They have their 3-goal lead back. Wow.
Defensively, it's been a case of active evaporation for the New York Rangers. Another 3-on-2 as all forwards come in for the poke check, including Leach. A lovely little pass. Ronning shoots it. The rebound is right out to Burry, who puts it in. And we've got, I better not say it with 6:56 to go, we've got Game 6 on the horizon.
Well, as Rick Koblake says, that's the Gypsies, Harry. And the way this game is going, one never knows. Canucks were up 3-0. The Rangers stormed back when it looked like they were dead. Tied it. And the Canucks said, okay, we'll do it again. And they have done it again. Babbage, Courtnall, and Burry. And latest goal at 13:04. Ronning and Hennigan earning the assists. Burry scoring. Goal number 6 for Vancouver. Messier dumping one in. In on the boards, it's taken by Messier through the crease. McLean was careful with that one. 5:50 remaining in the third period. Craven went up there and barely offside as he got out. Adams brought it in. The Rangers on the puck. Trying to clear it out. Shot on the boards and up for McTavish. He's upended near center ice. Long shot by Gilbert is blocked by McLean. Gilbert stays with the puck, gets it, and takes the shot. McLean stopped that. The big rebound though, and the Canucks pull it away. Out to Adams. He gets across center and dumps it in. The Canucks will change. 5:10 remaining in the third. Vancouver with a 3-goal lead again. 6-3 here in Game 5. And again, the puck is shot to center ice. And Chinov watching his man, Linden. Canucks steal it. Courtnall trying to move up. It's swept in back to the goal. And Leach comes back. Here's Tikkanen. Up by Lafayette. Got it as far as center. Canucks trap it there. Brown shot it back in. Lidster takes it off the boards. 4:40 left. Leach. Long lead pass. And the Canucks have steadied themselves now and are picking off all those clearing passes. Cornell, another long shot, and Richter looked a bit fooled on that one. Hit a stick and bounced to the right. Leach dropped it back. Rangers move up. McTavish can't handle the pass. Again, Bure saw a man open, and Momesso just missed it. 4:05 left in the third. 6-3 Vancouver lead. 1-0 for Vancouver after 2 periods. Here's Babbage now. He takes a shot. That just missed on the far side. A good low shot. Cornell at 26 seconds of this third, showing signs that the Canucks were indeed alive, and they go on to Game 6. Bure scored to make sure of it, but then Lindster, Larmer, and Messier tied it up. Babbage, Cornell, and Bure scored again. 6-3. At Vancouver zone, it's cleared across center ice. Run back, and Wells takes it. Shot to center, Kovalev. He gets up over the line. Kovalev skating to the far side, trying to beat Lume. Lume carried him in on the boards, leaving the puck for Glenn. And Glenn can't move it. Tries again, shot up behind Craven. It gets out. 3 minutes left in the third period. Lead pass for Adams. Poking at it is Richter, and it comes to him. With Jelena and Adams barreling in on him. But he poked at it, it came up high enough, and he caught it.
Well, has had a history of being a streak scorer. 13 games without a goal, and then 2 tonight. You better look out, because he gets them in bunches. He's got 2 tonight, and he'll get some votes for one of the most three-stars.
Indeed he will, with 2:50 left in the third period. He is playing his best game of the final. Hennigan turning the puck out. But for a respite with the Rangers 3 goals when Vancouver was up 3-0. This is by far the best game the Canucks have played. And they're in there again. Lafayette and Linden. Linden stopped along the boards and a shot into the corner. Linden hit his man, and there with 2:20 left. McTavish trying to come out. Was bumped by Brown. Got the puck out though, and Hennigan just flipped it back in. It hit Linden going in, so no icing. 2:10 to play. And this crowd can't understand this hockey game. It was close enough for 2 periods. 1-0. And then closer as the Canucks went up with 2 quick goals, 3-0. Because the Rangers came back with 3 in a row and tied it.
Well, Lindster got the Rangers going with that bad angle shot that seemed to elude goaltender McLean, and 2 goals later we had a tied game. The fans thought the cup was going to be presented tonight. You wonder how much damage 5 defensemen, as Bukavuk got thrown out early, has done to the Rangers, but their forwards have contributed so greatly to all the 3-on-2s. The defensemen have no chance, especially with the Canucks moving the puck as well as they have tonight.
Vancouver 6, Rangers 3. Rangers trying to stay alive, but time will beat them tonight, along with the Canucks. 1:40 left. Here back of the net again. McTavish got it out front, and a good save by McLean on that shot by Gilbert. The Canucks moving up to center. Bure is up there waiting for Ronning to make his play. Here's Bure, shoots. Richter the save. And a penalty is being called on the play.
Well, by my count, that's the 12th chance to score in this period by Vancouver, and the Rangers have 8. Quite a number of playoff games. 12 is the total teams give up. But in this third period, they opened the gates on the farm, and the horses all ran out of the barn. Most of them were in black tonight.
Big 48 hours coming up on CBC, because this series is going 6 games now. We know that. Tomorrow, the Yankees at Toronto take on the Blue Jays. Toronto defeating New York 7-5 tonight. And then, of course, This series will continue from the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock in Vancouver. So Vancouver, get ready. There's more hockey coming up for you.
You want me, or are you going to phone the ice maker at the Pacific Coliseum and tell him, don't take the ice out?
1:15 left to play in this third period. The Canucks with a stunning victory here tonight. They had it all. They started great, really. Although it was only 1-0 after 2 periods, but the Canucks, in fact, did get plenty of chances. And they looked better than in any game so far in the final. And when they did get the chances, they scored quickly. Going into the third, we're up 3-0. The Rangers came back, tied them, and they got a hold of themselves and went on to score 3 more themselves. 40 seconds remaining. 6-3, Vancouver. Low, all alone there in front of his own net. And they're just playing this one out now. This one about in the books. 23 seconds remaining. Vancouver with a 3-goal lead as Zubov got to center. Backhands it in, and the Canucks were there at the line, standing up, and Heddickman made the play to break up that one. 11 seconds left as Brown comes through center. Dropped it up the line. Lafayette tried Richter with a long shot. He stopped that. This baby is over. And the Vancouver Canucks celebrate, defeating the Rangers 6-3, and this Stanley Cup final is still up for grabs.
Well, listen to these Ranger fans, Bob. Let's go Rangers. I know a third of them have gone, but they want to see him back here next week. Vancouver, except for 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the third period, played a great hockey game, but they nearly gave it away in that 5.5-minute period.
So Pat Quinn and his Canucks have done a job on these Rangers tonight, defeating the Rangers 6-3. And coming up, our Molson 3-star selection. The final score in this game, Vancouver 6, the New York Rangers 3.
Series back to the Pacific Coliseum. It must have been a scene in there watching on TV tonight. The Molson 3 stars. Number 3 is Cliff Ronning. Game-winning goal is compliments of Dave Babbage. He's star number 2, and the number 1 star this evening for the Canucks, a pair from Jeff Courtnall as they win it. 8 goals in the third, 1 off the record for a period in Stanley Cup Finals play. 6-3 the final. The Canucks over the New York Rangers. The only downside is traffic's going to be jammed up outside the Garden because that parade's going on. Dave Babbage is with me. Congratulations, Dave. Have you ever been involved in a game like that?
Well, I've been involved in a lot of games, but no, that was, especially at this time of the year, these people were going bananas today. They thought they had the cup today, but of course we proved them wrong. The guys felt great before the game. It was real calm atmosphere, and we just went out there and had a lot of fun and played our game.
On the goal by Messier that ties, it should have broken your back. You were there. Did it tick you, by the way, on the way in?
Well, I don't know how many goals I scored against us, but yeah, I think it did. It just it skimmed my skate, and of course, you know, when I'm kicking goals in, Kurt has a little trouble with them.
Yeah, that's right. I'm getting Kirk off the hook and burying you. Nice of me. I'm glad you came along. Now, but then you made up for it really quickly. Congratulations on that. Tell me about the goal.
Well, you know, Pavel's skating up the ice here. You know, he stops at the blue line. I seen it was an odd man situation, so I move in. He feeds me the pass, and I don't know if it's a close-up of me, but my eyes were closed, and and the only time it opened was when I seen the red light on, and I jumped pretty high there, I guess. It's a nice feeling.
You're getting younger. There's no doubt about that. Well, now the Rangers are faced with the prospects of having to fly 5 hours just like you. You can't get ahead of yourself ever in playoff positions, but you've been through this with Calgary. I'm sure you got to feel fresh.
Oh, I know. We don't mind those five-hour flights. We do it all year. We're used to it. You know, we have to play through it, and so do they, but you know, we know what to expect. We got to go home and play a good, strong game like we did today, and see what happens. There
was a little confusion on the coach's corner tonight caused by Don Cherry. The play, Tikkanen scores. Of course, it was an onside play. You get a break on the call, but did you think maybe on the player, did you really know whether it was or it wasn't, but did you draw from that?
Well, it was so hard to see. I think it was Mateau coming right across our bench, and it looked like he was over, but of course on the replay it was a lot closer than the call was, but hey, we'll take it. It was a close call.
Well, this has been a playoffs full of great moments, great calls for Bob Cole. Watching you and your partners perform. Good luck back in Vancouver.
Thank you.
Dave Babbage of the Canucks celebrates a 6-3 victory here at Madison Square Garden in New York. A wild period. 3 goals by the Rangers to tie it, and then Dave sets the pace as the Canucks go back ahead with 3 more. Back with more on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC in a moment.